NBA playoffs, the ultimate chess match, all about matchups, adjustments. Erik Spoelstra, a brilliant one here. Brad Stevens, great coming out of timeouts. Always has great plays to get a quick 2 or an open 3 here. 12 seconds left after the timeout. In overtime, Miami instead comes out in a 2-3 zone. Boston's play drawn up for man defense, able to blow up what they had planned. That's a win for Spo. And then they go out of the zone once the ball's inbounded into a switching man, allowing them to switch right here, get Jimmy on Tatum, who still gets to his right hand. Obviously, we all saw the unbelievable Bam block as Spo just outlasts Stevens in Game 1. So, the chess match. How does Brad Stevens adjust? I'll take you through the key adjustments I expect to see from him and the Celtics tonight, and then conversely, I'll also show you some differences in another video pinned up at top, what I think Erik Spoelstra will do to try to get the Heat another win tonight. Let's dive into the clips. First of all, sideline out-of-bound play and size on Jimmy. This one in particular, it was a huge play for Miami that Boston has to clean up what they're doing. Miami zippers up Duncan Robinson here. They hit Bam around the elbow, and then it's always a rip screen for the inbounder, Jimmy Butler. The problem for Boston, you cannot switch Kemba Walker onto him on this play because Jimmy's going to try to bury him right underneath the basket. That's way too deep of a catch. Way too easy for Jimmy. You see it again here. This time, Wanamaker is the guy switching. You'd think he'd be able to do a little better, but not really. Jimmy gets really deep post position on him, which is going to force the help to come in. Tice can come in off Bam, a non-shooter. Tatum can't come all that way in off of Dragic. That was a mistake from him. And then Dragic, after the shot fake, gets a huge 3 to cut it to 7 late fourth quarter. But Miami's really good even at disguising who's in the play. Again, you'd think it'd be Hero coming to set the back pick since he's the one down here right now, but Miami loops him up instead, brings Jay Crowder over since he's got Kemba on him. And now this time, looks like Kemba's trying to hold him up a little for Tatum to get back, but still gets buried underneath Jimmy Butler. I don't know if he thought it was a foul or if Tatum would switch. Whatever it is, huge breakdown in overtime. Can't happen as Crowder gets another 3 off of this play. Finally, Spo had called timeout here. Good adjustment by Brad Stevens. We see the adjustments in overtime, thinking that Miami might go to this play after the timeout. Sure enough, Jimmy's inbounding it. So what does Boston do? They put Kemba on the inbounder so that if, say, Tyler Hero came over to set this screen, Jaylen Brown could switch right onto Jimmy on the flex cut. So what does Miami do to counter that? Instead, now Tyler Hero again is going to come up. Now no screen for Butler. They're trying to just feed him with Kemba on him right away. What can Boston do here? Look at Marcus Smart. Brilliant, brilliant defender. He's the low man over here. He's going to come over, scram switch, get Kemba out of there, and now we're matched up fine. Marcus is able to guard Jimmy okay. Let's see if they have maybe Kemba guard Jimmy when he is the inbounder to take Miami out of that play a little more tonight. Keeping size on Jimmy, the other thing I mentioned. Again, we just don't want... Kemba's a good defender for his size, does a good job guarding smalls. We don't want him switched on to Jimmy Butler, though. Here, Jimmy able to turn the corner, get to the baseline. Dragic open for 3. 2 guys fly at him. Now he's going to move the ball to Jimmy. Extra pass to Hero. Another huge shot for the rookie. And then here was the chess match again. They are trying, you see Kemba guarding Tyler Hero, so they want Hero to come set the screen to get the switch. Brad, though, instead is going to tell Marcus Smart, you go up with him instead, so Smart could be the guy that switches. See how Smart switched on to Hero right there. So now he's going to get out of there. Dragic could come and set, but instead Jimmy's going to go early, miss the shot at the rim. Similar type deal here. Again, now they got Kemba out of the game for defense. They're trying to get Smart out of there, though, so Dragic is going to cut out, but good job again by Smart staying high, so he's the one in it. Now, I don't know if this was exactly how it was drawn up. If it was, it's absolute brilliance from Erik Spoelstra, because as Dragic cuts to the corner, he's got Wanamaker on him now. Jay Crowder looking like he's calling for him to come up. and he's just going to kind of brush Smart off a little bit, pop out high. Again, opening up this driving gap. Wanamaker probably should have been there in a better stance, ready to help. Off the corner a little bit. Instead, Jimmy obviously gets the massive N1. We heard Brad talk a ton about transition defense the next day after the game, talking about for sure plays like this. Up 11 after a made three from Jaylen Brown. Jay Crowder is the inbounder, and watch, he's going to come down and get a layup. Boston a little confused there, I guess. I think Tice thought that he was still guarding Bam. I think Boston had wanted to adjust late game, have Jaylen Brown guard Bam. Stevens yelled at Tice right after this play. I think it was his fault, but either way, you can't give Jay Crowder a transition layup. Dragic early in the game was super aggressive, attacking the paint. You got to get back, build a wall. This is after another made basket. You're up 12 early in the game, can't get comfortable. Grant Williams got to be in a better stance here, build a wall, make Dragic see bodies in transition. If he sees gaps like this, he's able to attack, get to the basket. That's what Stevens no doubt wants them to clean up. Robert Williams can't be doing things like this in the backcourt, jabbing for a steal for no reason. Marcus Smart right now is behind Tyler Hero, and then watch what's going to happen as Hero just quite frankly out-hustles him. Bam gets the early mismatch in transition, able to easily pass over the smaller defenders, and Hero gets a layup. Again, just not playoff level conference finals defense there. Jimmy Butler here gets an N1. Could have been prevented, though. Jaylen Brown, your job first in transition, take away the paint. He should be in here in the paint, taking away this inside cut from Butler. If they kick it out to Iguodala, you recover out, or you can live with him taking a contested three in transition. You can't live with Hero, shot fake, great pass, getting Jimmy an N1. Bam's passing. Overall, Boston did a pretty decent job on him, but still some things they need to clean up. Bam in the post here. Hero's going to beat Wanamaker with a back cut. Need to be more locked in. It's tough to guard a shooter like this. Grant Williams can also help him out by getting some pressure on the ball. High hands, active hands make that passing angle tougher. Here we see Bam at the pinch post. Boston's going to do a pretty good job guarding the initial part of this play. Marcus Smart, good job on Hero. Jaylen Brown, though, there's no reason to deny Jimmy Butler at the three-point line. You want to force him up to get the ball up here, not let him back cut you again for a layup. Those are the plays they have to eliminate. Bam handling in transition. They'll go into delay action. Jimmy Butler sets a back pick here on Wanamaker. And I don't know what he's doing. You can't spin underneath, and then what is he even looking at? Jaylen Brown could have switched this, could have seen this better maybe, switched it right here, but just terrible defense again. Gives Crowder one of his 5 threes. Got to take away his threes. Here's the delay action again, and yet again, Marcus Smart, I don't know what he's doing, can't go under that far on Crowder, ends up resulting in a 3-shot foul. NASH dribbles, a big, big key, especially Goran Dragic. Here we see, though, Jimmy Butler. Got to cut off this baseline. They were able to probe the baseline. Him and Dragic really get a ton out of this baseline probe. As you see here, Smart gets a little too worried about what else is going on as Hero's going to get open. Tice has to come up and help. The dump off to Bam for an N1. After timeout play, handoff to Dragic, who's going to, again, drive that baseline. And then look at what happens here. Duncan Robinson, guarded by Smart right now. He's going to corner drift. Jaylen Brown could just see this and switch onto him, but he doesn't in time. Now both guys go to Duncan in the corner, leaving Crowder wide open. And Tatum, who was on Jimmy initially, for some reason kept pursuing Dragic. Crowder really could have had the 3. Instead, he gets Butler a layup. Once again here, Tice got to cut off the baseline with him. Can't allow Dragic to keep getting deep in this area where he'll pick you apart. That time, Tice picked up his 6th foul. Jimmy gets Kemba here. Boston actually defends the first drive pretty well as Tice does a good job coming over to help. But Miami's never going to stop playing. Now they go second side. Dragic, who again is going to turn the corner, going to the baseline. Kemba coming over because he's worried about Bam's roll. Tatum needs to be in between these two shooters right now. He doesn't even see Jimmy. He's got his back to him. Gives Jimmy an open three. Finally, 50-50 balls. Boston has to clean that up, compete better on that end tonight. Good defensive possession here. Forces Miami scrambling around. Tough step back Dragic. But Jimmy Butler is going to get this 50-50 ball. And now when Tyler Hero penetrates to the middle, they leave again Crowder for one of his 5 threes. Jimmy with the middle drive here is going to miss the runner, but then somehow get the offensive rebound on the ground. And then Jay Crowder is going to cut right past everybody for the handoff and an easy layup. Again, these are not winning championship plays if you're trying to get to an NBA Finals. Thanks for watching. Make sure you thumb up, subscribe, check out the Erik Spoelstra version as well.